Hello everyone, welcome to today's video. Today we are going to study some tips that you need to remember whenever you are drawing your diagrams. Now diagrams are a very important part in a science paper, right? So today I'll be sharing some tips that you need to remember which helps you to make your diagram look neat and systematic, and also it will create a different impression in front of the examiner, and it will make your paper look different from the other students. So let's begin. So tip number 1, always give a title to your diagram, right? So whenever you're drawing a diagram, either you can write the title at the top or else you can write it at the bottom, right? So this gives a very neat look to your diagram. Now tip number 2, whenever you're drawing your diagram, see that you keep all the labelings on one side of your diagram. Like for example, if you draw this, if you've drawn this diagram excretory system, see that you keep all the labelings one below the other and on one side of it. Either you can write on all the labelings on the left hand side or on the right hand side, but try to keep the labelings on one side. Say for example, if you want to label a part which is lying on this side, you can simply draw an arrow in this way and you can label it. Because one labeling from this side, other labeling this side, it makes your diagram look a bit messy. But in this way, when you present it, it looks very systematic. Now tip number 3, once you finish drawing your diagram, see that you enclose it in a box. So it looks very neat and tidy. So first for that you need to draw the diagram because you don't know how much space will you need, right? And after you finish it, enclose it in a box. Now tip number 4, this tip is specially for your chemistry diagrams. So whenever you're drawing your chemistry diagrams in which you need a burner, so please don't forget to draw the burner, or else the reaction will only not take place. So when the reaction is not taking place, then your entire diagram is actually scientifically it is of no meaning. So whenever you're drawing your diagram, say this is an experiment which needs a burner, so drawing the burner is very important, or else this reaction is not going to take place. So this diagram will give you 0 marks, okay? Now tip number 5 is also related to your chemistry diagrams only. Now as we saw in your previous tip where you need to remember drawing a burner, now in this you have to draw the rubber cork wherever it is required. Why? Let us take this experiment. Now here when the reaction takes place, the gas which is released, if you don't draw this cork, the gas is going to get released, it will escape, right? So nothing is going to get collected in this. So you're drawing the entire thing correctly, but if you forget to draw the rubber cork, that means scientifically your diagram is wrong. Now tip number 6 is for your physics diagrams. So whenever you're drawing your circuit diagrams, you always supposed to remember drawing the arrows, right? Here you can see this is a circuit diagram. Now this arrows, when you draw, it indicates that the current is flowing through your circuit. Only when the current is going to flow through the circuit, you will be getting the readings in your ammeter and all, or the current will be flowing through it. The 7th and the last tip is again for the physics diagram, wherein you are drawing the ray diagrams, right? So please don't forget to draw the arrows, because these arrows indicate the direction of light, and only when the light is coming, that indicates that the image can be formed. So I hope you liked today's video, and hope you implement these tips and remember them whenever you're drawing your science diagrams. So thank you for watching.